When Gentlemates announced a roster of Ghosty, Sib, Envoy, and Neptune, a lot of us got very excited about this Parisian roster. There was some doubts as to whether or not they could all get on the same wavelength, but with something like Ghosty in the team, their comms, their intangibles were always going to be on point. And we're going to break down some of the stuff that they're doing here to win the 50k Quezon land, the kind of things that they're talking about and how it separates them from the pack.
One's got Eddie though. Got any color.
Alright, jump. Top mid. Just push through. Only one there.
That's a huge call right there. Just push through, there's only one there. Now, the reason they know this is because of this internal clock that pro players do so much better than you and I ever could. They know that one plays in the time. They know that Shotzi's up in P1. They know that Mercules is going to be spawning in the back around about now because they've understood the 5 seconds since they had that gunfight. So when Neptune does kill Kyler on that outside lane, just push through, there's only one there. Well, that's telling Neptune is you're free to run. You're free to go and, at best, flip out the spawns. At worst, just harass Optic and give you so much map presence. And he does exactly that here. Then wins the next fight and starts to impact the spawns.
He's stopped our mid right now.
Top mid dead.
Nice, good shit.
Deep on me, shit.
Nice, good shit.
There's one back. I'm trying your one time make back side. Auto one shot. Auto lane them. Inner. All back. Missing one. Top mid, I'm missing Merc. I really weak first guy. That's first guy.
Jesus Christ, so many good comms there. Still spawning in the back. This is a case of them, again, doing that math, understanding Optic had the point for this long, the spawns for this long, and we were still spawning here until this point. That means that there should be X amount of bodies. So they go looking. They make sure that no one's left alive. There's not anyone tucked away in a corner that could upset you or potentially cause parallel spawns. We want to wipe the board here, and they do that because they understand what they're looking for. Then, almost the flip opposite situation, but keeping everyone in the same playbook, eyes forward, eyes front. This is where they're coming from. Again, they've done the math. They recognize that that's a complete wipe and that they need to then pay attention to the reinforcements, the counterattack that's about to happen. Making sure that everyone's on a page there, on the same textbook, is so important. It just makes sure that there's no easily lost gunfights that could allow Optic back in. To round it out as well, missing one, it's Merc. Just incredible. It's again a case of, okay, well, this player will be arriving sooner than the others will. We've got to make sure we know where he is. Is it on a flank? Is it tucked off into a corner? Is it about to hit us straight at the front of the hill? And as soon as Sip has that next engagement, that's where Merc is. We again remember where all 4 players are. It lets us keep our timings and understand the flow of this fight.
I got you. One shot. Two front. Outer and inner.
Weak as fuck on time. That's one on stay left drive.
Dan Ghosty at his finest. I spawned out, stay alive, Trav. God, I love that. This is one of those moments where it's just understanding, first of all, that Neptune is the kind of player that's going to throw himself at the hill. It's what he does. It's what he's famed for. And it's tempering him. It's helping him understand because he's in the blinker moment right now of focusing on the fight. What Ghosty's trying to help him do is understand the wider picture. We've just spawned out. We need you to continue to apply pressure on those back spawns. At least force parallels. Give us the best chance. We do not want to have to try and break this. And again, just Ghosty being completely aware of how he's supposed to com that to his team. It's important. There's a break almost. You can hear the pause from everybody else as he cuts through. I'm spawning out. That says to everyone, we've got to reassess the situation here and play this differently as to how we had the spawns a couple of seconds ago.
I'm 20 P2. They're getting parallels, yes. Yeah, here. I'm trying time now. I'm name time. Shot, right side time. One shot. One's inner.
I mean, it's just textbook, and it's such an important moment as well. This is when Optic could get back into the game, and Gentlemates understand that they've got to seize a hold of this right now. First of all, you're rewarded for the fact that Trav backs off. Dylan spawns in. You've then got these 2 players in the backline. You hear that very clearly in the comms. The call of they have parallels for Ghosty, what that probably tells him is that he has time to arrive through mid, set up a pinch. With my 2 boys in the back, me at the front, we can't possibly lose this. And they do a wonderful job of mopping up everything from this, re-break that hill, seize it for their own. So ridiculously intelligent, this. One spawning P4, 100% Dante play out for P4. Not only is that a case of understanding where everyone else on the map is, the opposing team, that internal clock, that time that we've talked about so much, but where your boys are as well. Being able to glance at the minimap very quickly, or at least recognize your boy's spawn timer and going, Dante, actually, you're best positioned, cut off that reinforcing player before you then come and impact the hill. So heads up, not only is he then able to provide you information from the middle map about whether or not any Optic players have crossed his path, but he can then cut off front. And as it turns out later on, he then pinches the hill as well and squeezes Optic back out of it, reclaims it for their own, essentially chaining 2 hills together and giving them a one nice lead here.
One shot, backside down. 2 backside time, 2 outer, one shot.
They're both on top. I'm just blocking.
Wonderful combat from Envoy. I'm just blocking for 2 reasons. One is I'm just trying to stay alive here, impact the spawns. This might well cause parallels. Be aware of that to my teammates. But the second one is I'm not going to chow this with you. That's what he's saying in this moment. I'm not going to fight this fight with you. You're by yourself for a moment. Why? Because it's more important that I stay here and block these spawns. Just brilliant from Dylan.
Side door back. He's going back. I'm with you. I have front.
2 things here from Ghosty. Again, just showcasing why I love him so much. First thing is he gets really loud. He cuts through all the other chatter. He knows that his boys are blinkered in on their moment, and while they're trying to listen, what he needs to do is kind of cut through all that, slice through, and make it clear. You need to listen to me right now. He does a fantastic job of that, just by lifting his voice and the pacing of it, but also the detail in the comms. I spawned out front. That means players are going to be either in mid or in the back. You need to go and deal with this. And sure enough, he's completely right. They go and find the kills and hold on to the hill.
Mid. Deep back, not weak. Just live. Just keep living.
He's on the back on me.
They're gonna be all over lobby.
Tyler weak.
I saw you, Trev. I don't know. I open the front.
Two front on me.
Front of you?
Make it front.
Yep. Behind you.
2 front, guys. Inner. Good play, Dan. Nice. I have side door. Gonna be side door, guys. Send it back on me, Kyler. Side door back. Chill. Yeah, say side door.
Side door, absolutely.
Line kill.
He saw you.
Shit, 1 shot. Yo, 2 side door fast.
I got him.
Okay, 3 different things here. One, the comm comes through of chill. I love that. They call it locker room mentality in professional sports. And that is you've got to understand how your behavior is impacting the others. And someone in this squad recognizes, hang on a second, we're getting too loud, we're getting too much, we're going to start to spiral if that happens. Let's bring it back down to earth. We can make great comms without screaming them at each other. The second one is just after Ghosty loses his way a bit. He's a bit pissed about how the gunfight goes down, but he says 2 side door fast. That's important because I think if Sid believes it's 2 side door, he's going to iron up and round the corner, maybe even slide towards it. But because he gets the comm fast, that's telling Sib he's about to get hit. So Sib just lies down, lays in wait, finds the kill, gets the support in for the next as well. Just tiny things like that let Sib know exactly what he needs to do. Doesn't have to think about it. It's instinctive. It's beautiful.
I have a trick. I'm going Alright, I'm going new quick.
We got out of statue.
Just the icing on the cake of golden comms here. And one that I want you to use in your ranked lobbies is bump. Now, what this is players in the hill, teammate spawns directly behind the hill. Now, teammate technically could begin that rotation or draw a more advanced defensive line, sure. But what they're going to have to do is go past the person in the hill. So why waste time? Instead, the person in the hill starts to go forward as this person then fills the hill for them. And what you end up with is a situation where now this person who was in the hill initially is so much further forward than the other guy could ever have been. This gives you much more map presence, applies a lot more opponents to your pressure, and just gives you that pacing that makes a real difference out on the map.